Hey guys, good morning. It's Carrie Sue Doxy. Just had a little fun diversion with 5 million geese being in the middle of the road and trying to get cars around them. So Monday mornings are always fun. There's always something kind of getting in the way, and heading to the office, I can only guess what has happened in my clients' lives over the weekends that was not so pleasant. But one of the things I really wanted to hit on is something that came up this weekend. A friend sent a potential client over to me, who had one of those dreaded, awful comments made, during separation. And that is, I'm going to take the kids and you're never going to see them again. I want to warn you, if you are in a bad marriage and there's a lot of tension going on and there's a lot of arguing going on, and it's very likely that you may end up in divorce, whatever you do, don't say that. Most of the time you don't mean it, and if you do, you're going to have some real problems, because it's very important for both parents to be involved in a child's life. And you can come up with all kinds of reasons why your spouse is maybe not a good parent, and I'm not discounting those, but we can always work around that so that your child can continue to have a relationship with both parents, if that parent chooses to have a relationship with their child. So anyway, whatever you do, that is not a comment that you want to make. Those are things that will end up backfiring on you, because what ends up happening most of the time, as an attorney, I want to make sure to get the divorce on file, and for the parent who's made that comment not to have any contact whatsoever until we get them served and they're under the jurisdiction of the court. So if you think that you are going to have the upper hand there, that you're going to intimidate your spouse, that is not going to work, and it's actually, like I said, it's actually going to backfire on you. So please don't make those kind of comments. Those are things that are going to set back your co-parenting relationship so far. It's also going to really increase the costs of your divorce, because obviously your spouse isn't going to be able to trust you, and it's going to make any kind of settlement negotiations, any kind of ability for you and your spouse, or if you're not married and you have children together, same deal, with that co-parent, you're going to have some real difficulties and spend a lot more money than you need to do. So be careful. Everybody's emotions are going crazy. Everybody does some things, not everybody, but a lot of people do things that maybe they wouldn't normally do during separation. Some things escalate to some physical contact that, again, is not a normal part of your relationship, but the pain that you're going through kind of pushes you to this other level. So remember to always step back, walk away. Don't make comments that you cannot take back. I have been there. I mean, it has been 15 years-ish, maybe a little bit more, since my separation and eventual divorce, and I still have the comment, your kids would be better off if you were dead. That plays through my mind all the time, even this far out, post-divorce, and even being a family law attorney and knowing and understanding, these kind of concepts that I'm telling you, it does not mean that damage ever goes away. And honestly, I don't think that it's really healthy to do that to the other parent, because that stuff trickles down to your kids. So whatever you do, make sure, don't be mean, don't say horrible, hurtful comments, don't talk about the other person's ability to parent, don't do any of those things. Just, if you're done with a marriage, if you're done being in a relationship, just go ahead and start the legal process. Let the attorney do a lot of that kind of stuff for you. Preserve your relationship with that parent. Now, there are times when you have major issues. You have drinking, you have drugs, you have a toxic parent. There's a lot of that kind of stuff. And do not get me wrong that you're not going to maybe bring up those things and try to find a parenting plan that's going to really be in your child's best interest and to protect them, and manage what that time is, and how, to the extent that you can, how that co-parent is going to have a relationship with your child. So please do not misunderstand me. I am not saying that you let all of those things go, but it is not productive to have some yelling match about those things. We can put those things in pleadings. We can deal with whether we have to have an attorney for the children. We can do a lot of stuff, but it really does not serve a purpose for you guys to say bad things about each other. It's super hard when you're going through that separation phase. I totally and 100% get that. But just remember, there are some things that you cannot take back. And by the way, if you're married, each one of you have the same rights to the children as the other. So that comment is not the reality of a legal situation. If you're not married and you're on the birth certificate, it's the same thing. That parent cannot just take that child and deny you any kind of parenting time. If you are not on the birth certificate, that parent can deny time, and sometimes does, but that is not going to last very long once you get that legal case on file. And while there may be a short-term issue, in the long term, that is not going to happen. Now, that still doesn't mean you don't have that irrational fear. There are some parents that run off with kids and you can't find them. And so I'm not going to tell you that will never happen, but I am going to tell you that it's very rare, few and far between. It's like going in the ocean and swimming with sharks. You're not going in to swim with a shark. You're just going into the ocean. But every once in a while, there may be a shark there, and every once in a while, that shark may be the kind of shark that is going to bite you. But that does not keep you from going into the ocean, enjoying life, right? So this is kind of a similar thing. Just please take it seriously, though, okay? So that very well may mean that I need you to get this divorce on file ASAP. It may mean that I need you to get this paternity case on file ASAP. And there's absolutely a lot of reasons for that. Once somebody files and the child is in their possession, it's harder to undo that because we're going to have an order of the court. So it does not mean that you do not get right on it. Sometimes it pushes you into the legal arena a lot faster maybe than you want it to be, but you need to get in there, get it done, and get yourself protected. At the end of the day, even if you aren't ready for a divorce or you're not ready for your relationship to be over, still may be a good idea to go ahead and get that legal case done. And we can always dismiss it later on if we need to, but we want you to be protected. We really want to make sure that we're protecting your relationship with your child and your parenting time. So if you want to have primary custody, you've got to get your appointment with your attorney immediately. Your spouse can pick up the child from daycare. Your spouse can pick up the child from your parents if you're not there. So we really need to get that done, filed, and your spouse served right away. So I hope that this video is going to help a little bit with that horrible comment of I'm going to take your kids and you're never going to see them again. So I want you to, 1, take it seriously, 2, never let that come out of your mouth in the first place, and 3, just make sure you get your legal case filed as quickly as possible. So anyway, guys, I am at the office. Time to start my Monday, and I will probably post another video soon with a similar, maybe pre-divorce advice. Coaching. It's not legal advice, but a little coaching never hurts, right? Before you get in there. So thanks, guys, and have a great week.